The basketball world is holding its breath. One LeBron James decision could send shockwaves across the NBA and create a championship monster nobody is ready to face. The Kings' next move isn't just a signing. It could be the moment that changes the league forever.
On week 4 now, everyone in the NBA is waiting on LeBron's decision, his choice.
LeBron doesn't know. Rich Paul doesn't know.
The teams are calling us, the networks are calling us, and everybody wants to lock in the schedule.
Just taking my time and saying I haven't even really thought about it too much.
We're still on LeBron watch, which is fine with me. I'm okay. It's not like, oh, will you please, you drama queen? It's okay. Like, once it happens, then, we'll move on. Training camp starts. So I'm fine with this time of the year. Take your time. You'll get around to it. Now, the Miami Heat, their social media team, apparently they got a head start on this, according to Shams. The social media department with the Miami Heat preparing for the possibility of LeBron signing, mistakenly posting the link to the team's YouTube page. Now, the way I looked at this may not show that the Heat are the favorites, but may give us a timeline on when LeBron is going to make his decision. Maybe the teams that are involved, the Cavaliers, the Sixers, Golden State, Miami, maybe they've been told July 27th is when LeBron is going to make his decision. Now, I don't have any information, and I don't think anybody else does, but maybe LeBron is saying, I'm going to make my decision on that day. Be prepared. And Miami, the Heat, the Heat are always buttoned up. You imagine there's probably some 23-year-old intern. Pat Riley wants to see you. About what? The social media post with LeBron. Okay. Here we are with the Miami Heat. They're always buttoned up. But I looked at the 27th of July and I thought, okay, random day, but maybe it's not so random. Yes, Paul.
I did look into this a little bit. It was mistakenly posted, according to the Miami Heat, to their YouTube page. I asked one of the BRGs who does this kind of stuff, when you put together social media posts or website updates or things like this, there's like a queue where you could see what it's going to look like. And if you hit the wrong button, it publishes instead of tests it out. So it could have been a mistake.
Well, it was a mistake that it was posted. I'm just wanting to know if that's the date that everybody thinks that this is going to happen.
I actually put the asterisk there just to highlight which LeBron's top 4 potential landing spots.
I should have asked you that question before I embarrassed myself. Does Vegas put asterisk up there? So that's just to say this is where they are now. The odds. Do you have those odds with you of... I saw where Golden State, where they are on this list, Miami, Philadelphia, Cleveland, but the 2 top favorites are still San Antonio and OKC.
Yeah, they're Spurs and Thunder are tied at plus 270, and then of the LeBron landing spots, first up is the Heat at 18-1.
Okay.
Then the Sixers at 20-1, Cavs at 25-1, and then Warriors at 30-1.
LeBron says that this isn't really going to be about money. And you don't have to trade any assets. So that's where this is really going to be impactful. When players have been traded before, you're like, what's this going to do to your team that you gave up all of these draft picks or players, like Miami? Like you gave up Tyler Hero. He's a good player. And then you gave up draft picks as well. Like you're all in for the next 2 or 3 years. And is LeBron looking at this as a 2-year situation? I keep thinking it's one and done. But the more I think about this, it might be 1 and an option. It might be 2 years where he goes, hey, if I'm going to Miami, let's give this 2 years. If I go back to Cleveland, Golden State, let me give us a chance. And he's still putting up good numbers. And people forget where he was when Austin Reeves and Luka got hurt. They leaned on LeBron down the stretch. And I think that's kind of important, too. If I'm a GM or an owner, I'm going to bring him in. I'm going to encourage him to look at this as a 2-year deal. Let's see what it's going to look like first year, add some elements, and then you have your final rollout as you go for a championship. Yeah, Paulie.
I was really curious about how Giannis looks at this because he has to be informed or updated about the pursuit of LeBron. And I'll bet you 3 or 4 years ago, he may have said, no, I don't want to share. I want more role players around me. But it's been 5 years since his title. I didn't realize it was that long. He may be at the point of his career. Let's try something new. Let's share the stage a little bit.
Well, he's already sharing the stage with a guy who scored 83 points in a game.
The NBA is frozen. One decision, one signature, one move from LeBron James could completely change the future of basketball. Because this is not just another offseason story. This is the possibility of the next NBA super team being created right in front of the entire world. For weeks, the league has been stuck in the same question. Where will LeBron James play next? Teams are calling. Executives are waiting. Fans are analyzing every single clue. And the most surprising part? Even LeBron himself may still not have the final answer. Reports suggest his longtime agent, Rich Paul, may not even know exactly what LeBron will decide. That shows how carefully LeBron is controlling this moment. The king is not rushing. He understands that this decision is bigger than basketball. It affects his legacy. It affects championship races. And it could completely change how teams build their futures. LeBron has already won championships. He has already created one of the greatest careers in sports history. But the question now is different. Can he create one final championship storm? And while everyone waits for LeBron's answer, one unexpected mistake from Miami created a massive wave of speculation. The Miami Heat suddenly became one of the biggest names in the LeBron conversation. According to reports, Miami's social media team was preparing content connected to the possibility of LeBron returning. But then something happened. A link connected to the Heat's YouTube page reportedly appeared by mistake. And immediately, the NBA rumor world exploded. Now, this does not confirm LeBron is going back to Miami. But the timing created questions. Why now? Why did something connected to LeBron appear at this exact moment? The Heat organization is known for preparation and professionalism. So even a simple mistake became a major story. Some fans joked that somewhere inside Miami's building, someone was hearing, "Pat Riley wants to see you." Why? Because of the LeBron post. Of course, the realistic explanation is that teams often prepare content early. They create graphics. They prepare videos. They schedule possible announcements. One wrong click can reveal something unfinished. But the mystery remains. Could teams already know when LeBron plans to make his decision? Could July 27 become the day the NBA changes forever? Nobody outside LeBron's inner circle knows. And that uncertainty is exactly what makes this story impossible to ignore. But if LeBron really leaves Los Angeles, the biggest question becomes simple. Which team has the best chance to create a championship monster? Several teams are watching this situation closely. The realistic destinations include Miami, Golden State, Cleveland, Philadelphia. The betting market shows an interesting picture. Miami is currently one of the strongest realistic options at around 18-1 odds. Philadelphia follows at 20-1. Cleveland sits around 25-1. And Golden State is around 30-1. But the biggest difference with LeBron's situation is this. Teams may not have to sacrifice everything to get him. Normally, acquiring a superstar requires a massive price. First-round picks, young talent, future flexibility. Teams often destroy their long-term plans just to chase one championship. But LeBron's situation is different. If he becomes available without a blockbuster trade, contenders suddenly have an incredible opportunity. Imagine a championship team adding LeBron without losing half of its future. That is why every contender is watching. Because adding LeBron James is not just adding a player. It is adding experience, leadership, championship pressure, and a player who still impacts winning. But there is one decision that matters more than the team itself. How much longer does LeBron want to play? The biggest question is not whether LeBron can still play. He has already answered that.
The real question? How many years does LeBron have left?
Many believe this could be a one-year championship chase.
One final opportunity. One last run. But teams may see something bigger. Maybe a one-year deal with an option. Maybe even 2 seasons. Because LeBron is still showing that he can carry a team. When the Lakers dealt with injuries involving Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic, LeBron continued producing at an elite level. That matters. Teams are not looking at him as a retired legend. They are looking at him as a superstar who can still change the direction of a championship race. The message from teams may not be, help us for 1 season. It may be, stay 2 years, build with us, chase another title. Because at this stage of his career, every championship opportunity matters. And if LeBron joins another superstar, one player in particular could be watching very closely, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The NBA landscape is changing. Superstars are thinking differently. Years ago, players wanted complete control. They wanted the team built entirely around them. But championship windows do not last forever. And eventually, even the greatest players ask, what gives me the best chance to win again? That could change how Giannis views the future. Maybe sharing the spotlight with another legend is no longer a weakness. Maybe it becomes the ultimate advantage. Because LeBron's next move is not just about one player. It is about the future power structure of the NBA. A move to Miami could revive one of basketball's greatest partnerships. A move to Golden State could create an unbelievable veteran superteam. A return to Cleveland could become one of the most emotional stories in sports history. And every possibility carries championship consequences. The King has not made his move yet. But when he does, the entire basketball world will stop. Because one decision from LeBron James could create the next NBA dynasty. And nobody knows who will be ready for the storm.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.